race. And we'll be back to Hayward Field in Eugene to watch Gabe Jennings of Stanford in the 1,500 meters after this. Welcome back to Hayward Field on the campus of the University of Oregon, the 2001 NCAA Track and Field Championship. And moments ago, the men's triple jump competition was completed, and a big surprise, a happy one for the Horned Frogs of Texas Christian University.
Well, Vern, the field events have rarely been a strength of TCU, but they just scored an unexpected 10 points in the triple jump. Jason Howard jumped 53 feet 6.5 inches on his third attempt, good enough for third place, while teammate Abdul Rashid added 4 crucial fifth-place points, as the Horned Frogs of TCU have just taken over the lead in the race for the men's title.
We're back in Eugene, Oregon, and let's take a look at the updated men's team standings. TCU with 41 points, Tennessee with 36, and Oregon 27. And the best time by a collegian this year, 3:37.23. Bryan Berryhill, who represents Colorado State University. Defending champion, Gabe Jennings, a junior from Stanford. Jennings, 1 year ago, ran to the beat of his own drummer and had a marvelous, marvelous season. But it hasn't been quite as accomplished for him this time around. As a matter of fact, he did not even qualify to get into the 800-meter race. So important now for Gabe Jennings.
Jennings, one of those Olympians that's just not doing so well. With Michael Stember right next to him, very disappointed in his 4th place finish in the 800. He's hoping to win a title at the NCAA level before he graduates, which basically is today.
And here is Bryan Berryhill, had the fastest qualifying time representing Colorado State. He went to high school in Central Point, Crater High in Southern Oregon. Berryhill, Jennings, and Stember, Kimani of Alabama, Njubi of TCU, hoping to get into contention. Don Sage of Stanford, and Atwater, Schwabe, O'Brien, Goy of Illinois State, Blincoe, Bashar Ibrahim of UTEP.
And everybody has a story in this race. Jennings trying to come back and redeem himself. Stember trying to win a title. And then Bryan Berryhill, who has been in this final 4 times, never won it, finally won indoors. His coach, Del Hessel, said, "I'm sick and tired of the way Americans run this race. They jog and then kick. I want him to go out and run it hard because that's the only way he's ever going to accomplish anything against the Europeans and the Africans."
He listens. He is out in front. Berryhill, followed by Kimani of Alabama.
Well, you take a look at Stember and Jennings, and you have to say again, these kids went to the Olympic Games in October. And what usually happens is when you finish the season, maybe in August, you have a month or so to take some time off. They did not have a chance to do that this year, and I think their fitness is really suffering because of it.
So beat up is Gabe Jennings that his coach Vin Lanana says this may be Gabe's last race of the season, not collegiately, of the whole season. He's maybe going to take the rest of 2001 completely off and try to recover.
And for the moment, it's Bryan Berryhill. Wanted to run for the University of Oregon, said he never got a telephone call from them, wound up at Colorado State. And things have worked out well, but what a marvelous accomplishment this would be. And talk about things coming full circle if he could grab this one.
57.8 at the first 400 meters. And I bet you the people at Oregon are kicking themselves every time they see him circle the track here. I'm telling you, as a distance runner and not being able to go to the University of Oregon when you are from Oregon probably was a hard pill for him to swallow, but I'm sure he's happy at Colorado State.
Well, he won 5 high school state titles here in Oregon in the 400 meters and 800 meters. With that speed, he moved up to the 1,500 meters. He's been very effective at this meet. He just hasn't won the title in his 4 chances, but he is doing everything he can to change that. He won the mile indoors at the NCAA championships, and he is, as his coach Del Hessel said, out there pushing the pace, and those guys are not recoiling at his pace either.
They're the field very bunched up. That was Christian Goy running in the red uniform from Illinois State, who moved into 3rd, and Joel Atwater from Weber State currently in 4th as Stember drops back.
Berryhill slowed it down a little bit that second lap, threw in about a 60-second lap, and he hasn't shaken hardly anyone. Stember is still looking so tired from last summer. He just never caught up in the 800, even though it did go out quickly. He was just never really in the race. He's now trying to make a move and get in position, as is Gabe Jennings. but it is so hard when you had the year like you had last year. Both of these guys making the Olympic team. They are the future of middle distance running in this country, and it's taken a toll on them both.
Bryan Berryhill moved out in front right after the gun. He continues to hold the lead, but Kimani has stayed 2 meters behind him. Goy is running third. Michael Stember of Stanford moves into fourth.
At this point, Berryhill is leading the race. Kimani is right on his tail. That means Berryhill's going to have to remember when he was a 400 and 800-meter state champion and put the pedal to the metal if he's going to shake Kimani. Right now, he looks very strong, but they still have about 300 meters to go.
Jennings made a very strong move into third place. Stember's in fourth, but trying to hang on. Doesn't look like he can close the gap. Berryhill is going to show exactly how much heart he has right here.
Bryan Berryhill, 23 years of age, trying to win his first outdoor title, and to do so close to home. This knowledgeable crowd at Hayward Field on its feet, and here comes Gabe Jennings. It's the Oregon native, Bryan Berryhill, who will cap a terrific career at Colorado State. Jennings grabbed second.
You know, Vern, the amazing thing is that there are a lot of athletes out there like Bryan Berryhill. In high school, they were good athletes, but did not get a chance to go to perhaps the schools that they always wanted to. Another school picked them up, and look at this athlete. In a couple of weeks, the U.S. Championships will be back here, and perhaps he'll be the national champion.
Well, the irony of this race is not lost on the people in this crowd. Bryan Berryhill pulling away from Kimani. Look at Jennings. He says, I don't have a whole lot of room left if I want to defend my title. Maybe it was tough on me last year, but this is my last race of the season. I'm going to give it everything I've got. But Berryhill, so focused, totally running the game plan that Coach Del Hessel gave him. Say, run it all the way out from the front, and you'll win this race. Jennings doing everything he can to try and catch him, but he just doesn't have the same type of focus that he had last year. Look at Berryhill. He looks so smooth. Look at how hard Gabe Jennings is fighting to try and make up any ground, which he was not making up. Berryhill, a very strong race from start to finish. Jennings has to settle for second.
And let's go down to Armin Katayan.
Bryan, you took the lead right from the start, and you were able to hold off Gabe Jennings at the end. This has to be just a wonderful win for you.
Yeah, I can't think of a better place to end it. I love running here in front of my family and friends, and it was a great race, great day, and just happy to be here.
What did it mean for you, not recruited here to come to Oregon to run, and now to come back and win an NCAA championship?
Like I said before, I really wanted to come here. It didn't work out. Couldn't ask for a better situation than I've had in Colorado State, though. My coach, met my wife there. Everything worked out great, so.
Well, a storybook ending for us and for you. Congratulations, Bryan. Vern.
All right, Armin, Bryan Berryhill, married to Tony Zander, just got his degree in forestry, and he captures his collegiate career with the fastest time by an American this year. 3 minutes, 37.05 seconds. Jennings of Stanford finishes second. Kimani grabbed third. Michael Stember of Stanford was fourth. And Njubi of TCU finished seventh and got 2 points for the Horned Frogs.